We're here at Beckinsale Performance. Dale and the boys have been putting together a turbo kit for the Toyota 86 Subaru BRZ. This is the demo car. They've only had it for a fortnight or so, and we're going to put on the dyno today and see how it goes. Can you just tell us a little bit about what the kit comprises, what the setup is on the car right now?
Yep, this one's got a Garrett 2871 turbo, Haltech Platinum Sport 1000. This is actually the first one that's going to have full flex fuel setup in it, so we'll be able to run the car E-Flex, 98, 50-50 mix, anything in between, it'll work perfectly. Full Haltech closed loop boost control, basically all the good bits and pieces.
Yep. So the car you were saying before is running a standard exhaust, standard injectors.
Yep.
You're just going to ring it up and kind of see how it goes?
Yep. Just the basic kit, just so it all bolts back up to the standard part. So we're going to see how much power we can make with that, and then we'll put a 3-inch exhaust on it and a bigger set of injectors in the secondaries. Wind it up.
So the kit as it stands right now, that is going to be sold, people can buy it as a package, complete bolt-on solution. Yep. Everything, it's got a front man intercooler.
Yeah, it's got everything, should be able to bolt it on in about 5 to 6 hours. Yep. Very minimal cutting, it's only two places you have to cut, and that's on the back of the bumper bar, and that's it. Cool.
Now the flex fuel sensor that's gone in today, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that measures the ethanol content in the fuel, so it sends a signal back to the ECU, and then the ECU can control, adjust the fuel, ignition, boost.
In real time?
In real time, depending on that. You don't have to do anything at all.
And that sensor that's going in, it's a factory sensor from
it's from a VE Commodore, or just a factory GM used in a lot of cars.
Yeah, cool. Now, what's your predictions for what it'll make?
It made 103 kilowatts of the wheel standard. The customer wants 50 kilowatt gain on 98 petrol. I reckon we can go 100 kilowatts on E-Flex.
So you reckon you can double the power output?
I reckon we can get 200 kilowatts on E-Flex.
Alright, let's see how it goes. This is Scott from Haltech. We're just going to have a chat with Scott and just check in with him. Just wanted to know basically why you would run Haltech in this situation rather than sticking with the factory ECU.
For sure. In the case of the 86, the factory airflow meter does run out quite early. This car being turbocharged, using the Haltech on the car gives a lot more load points, so you can actually tune the fuel and ignition as you're supposed to. If you try and use the factory airflow meter on this car, you'll end up sort of over about 6 pounds of boost. You'll actually find that it tops out. That's all you can do with the tuning.
Yep.
So we can use the Haltech on this car. It'll do all the fuel control, all the ignition control, your electronic boost, all in one box, as well as using the ethanol content sensor.
So the guys here at Beckinsale Performance, they ran the standard 86 on the dyno a few days ago. Got a dyno ready here. Dale's just going to run us through what we've got.
Not much power.
103 kilowatt?
Yeah, 103 kilowatt standard. I got the usual dip between sort of 3.5 and 5,000 RPM, which they've all seemed to be doing. Once you get above there, it's all right. So hopefully we can put a fair bit more on top of that.
So we just finished dialing it in on the 98 octane pump fuel. We're just changing over the injectors at the moment to run the ethanol. Why are we doing that?
Basically 163 kilowatts or 5.5 pounds on 98. Standard injectors are fine. Probably get away with it on sort of 5-6 pounds of boost on ethanol with the standard injectors, but they're going to run out. So put some bigger secondaries in it.
Can you explain a bit about that? Like, this car's actually running 8 injectors.
Yep.
Most people probably don't know. What's the system there?
Yeah, it runs 4 direct injectors, so straight into the combustion chamber, and then 4 port injectors, which are in the manifold like a standard WRX has got. So we're changing the 4 in the manifold to the bigger ones, and we'll be able to put some boost in it on the ethanol and hopefully make 200 kilowatts of the wheels.
So the injectors that are in the heads, the direct injectors, are going to be still managed by the factory computer?
Yep, they're still run by the factory computer.
Remember Haltech's doing everything else?
Haltech does everything else, the ignition control.
Cool. So there we go.
All right. ethanol content in the fuel going up. As the fuel's going through the sensor, it's reading that there's more, so it's diluting with the petrol in there. Up it goes and adjusting the tune to suit.
We're up on the dyno now with a tank full of E85. We're going to do a couple of power runs and just see how it goes. Alright, we just finished up power runs on E85 with a top score of 211 kilowatts, 8 PSI. You happy with that?
Oh, stoked. That's more than what we wanted, more than doubled the power output, so I'm sure the owner will be very happy.
That's with the Haltech, the E-Flex fuel sensor, standard catback, slightly bigger injectors, and that's basically it, and obviously the turbo kit.
Yep, and we'll do a catback on it in the next few days and see what happens after that.
We're going to take it for a drive, so we'll see how it goes.
Makes all the right noises anyway. The drive's pretty nice actually. He's going to have heaps of fun in this thing.
Yeah.
That does go heaps.
Well, the Castle Hill Performance Turbo 86 is basically a wrap. We've gone from 103 kilowatts standard to 163 kilowatts on pump fuel to 211 kilowatts on the E85. We just took it for a drive. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, it goes a lot better than it did when it was standard, that's for sure. So
double the power output.
Yeah,
It feels great.
Yeah, really happy.